Hello. So just a few pointers with this E major left hand bit of In Dreams. You definitely, when this is all together, it will definitely want some pedal in this section just to make it nice and rich. And the pedal's quite well marked on the score with it changing every twice every bar on the minim beat. But I'd actually start this. I'd start practicing this left hand without the pedal, because what you want to aim to do is treat every set of four quavers as one broken chord, which essentially is exactly what it is. And if you can get a reasonably good legato on each set of four with a lift in between to relax your hand and move to the new position, that would be really, really good. There's lots of repetition here, by the way, so notice that bars 29 and 30 are exactly the same left hand as bars 33 and 34. So there's not actually that much to learn. There's only 6 different bars, if you see what I mean, in this bit before you get to that final chord. So this is what I would do for each one. They've marked the fingering on for the first one, but I'll kind of give you a few tips for fingering of some of the other ones. You want to aim to play the 4 quavers legato, but the crucial thing is, don't stretch. The only stretching you ever have to do really is to get from one note to the other, but avoid the trap of keeping your hand stretched out so that you've got a finger on a note you don't need to go back to. So for example, with that first one, as soon as you've played the E, or rather as soon as you've played the B, to get them over, start moving the hand up, so because you don't need to go back down to this pinky note again. So you want to always keep the hand as small as possible, because a smaller hand is a more relaxed hand. It's as much to do with how you move the arm as how you move the fingers. If you just try and do this with finger work, the stretches are going to be insane. But if you keep everything really, really relaxed and only stretch as far as you have to, as soon as you've let go of a note, start moving away from that bit of the piano. And then just lift onto the next one. Next one. Again, next one. And notice even with these ones where the outer notes are only an octave apart, I'm not keeping my hand rigid. I'm sort of just using a lot of kind of this rotation of the wrist with the forearm to keep my hands small at all times. So I'm not leaving my pinky hovering over that G sharp, because I don't need to go back to it. Then again, moving on to the next line, bar 31. Again, that's another one of those ones where I go 5, 2, 1, 2, like the first one. Similarly with this next one, 5, 2, 1, 2. And notice how at any given moment, my hand is sort of reasonably closed. It's reasonably small. I'm not sort of leaving anything stretched out. Now the stretchiest, F sharp, D sharp. But even with that one, you sort of want to imagine that the middle note is like a kind of fulcrum about which the others just sort of sway. So again, look at the wrist. It's all this kind of thing. And that saves you doing any I mean, I couldn't stretch that if I tried. But the point is, you don't really need to stretch. Even, you know, your hands are sort of plenty big enough that you can play this comfortably. But even much smaller hands than yours would be able to play this with the right technique. And then it goes back to the beginning again. We're back to so that's the first 4 bars, and then when we get to bar 33, it's back to the same as the first 2. On that one, yeah, I would do 5, 2, 1, 2, lift. Now we've got the same. This bar starts exactly the same as bar 31, so I'm about to do bar 35. Again, we've had that in a couple of other bars. And the last bar with the broken chord is just a big B major broken chord. It's an arpeggio. Just a note on what each of the chords effectively are. I'll go from bar 29 again, that whole section. And I'll put the pedal in now. So same technique, but with the pedal to make it all nice and washy. E major. G sharp minor, but the right hand is taking care of the B that we needed there. This next one is actually an A major chord, but with a B in it, so it's an A major chord with a 9 in it. Next up, we've got an E major chord in inversion, G sharp and E. Now A major. Now B major. Now, by the looks of things, E major in an inversion again. So all the notes of an E major chord but jumbled up. Next up, we've got B major again, but really spread across the pace. And then we're back to E major. And G sharp minor. A major with the B added. E major in inversion. Back to A major. E major in an inversion. B major. Enjoy. You're going to play that section really well, I know it. Have a great weekend. Bye.